agents of the unexplained. Grab your gear and let's journey into the mysterious world of cryptids and the paranormal. Get ready for an adventure into the unknown. Listen carefully as you're guided through the unexplained and cryptid phenomena that challenge our understanding of reality. Here is your host, Bill Rigby.
Well, hello there. I tricked this one. I'm doing something a little different tonight. I got my BFF, as she calls me, Bigfoot friend forever, or Bigfoot friend. Let me bring her on. She's one of my good friends. Ghost Chick. Hey, now, I said it was a open type forum night, and good evening, Gary. But we're doing something a little different too. We got Stacy Lee coming on here in a few, and I can't wait. She's awesome. I'm trying to get everything set up here, which I'm slacking. And it's not coming up on here. So I'll go back to
all Bill's defense. It's my fault.
Yes, we start BSing. And when we start talking, it goes everywhere. But for the ones that don't know her, which most yins do, hey, Johnny, Ghost Chick Angel, she is a crazy lady. I say just a little bit. But no, seriously, she's a great ghost researcher. She can see them, and she freaks me out sometimes with this shit. I ain't lying. No, I love her dearly, though.
It's all good.
And she's bringing me cookies, so it's even better. But with all honesty, she's been working in Gettysburg. Tell about some of the experiences up there, Angel.
Oh, I have had a phenomenal year. It's been such a great year this year. I started in April, and it was only supposed to be, just a couple days, but then turned into till November 1st.
Yeah.
I was working at the Farnsworth House again. I was there doing their ghost tours and doing their walking tours and stuff. So if I didn't have my back loaded down with equipment, then I was in a hoop skirt, and it did not disappoint this year. It was a wild and crazy year.
Good friends of ours. You became good friends with them.
Three Souls Paranormal came to visit me. Yeah.
Three Souls, and they fell in love with you. They did. They think you're awesome.
They're great.
They are. They're great. Poor Frank. I dog him out hard, but I love all three of the guys. I love their women. The whole crew is great.
We had a great investigation that night. They were there for half of it, and then they had to go to the orphanage or something. They missed the last half. But the first half, we were up in the attic, and we had a lot of activity, like on my tripwire and on the little ghost balls, the cat balls and EMF readers. Everything was going off. I mean, it was just one end to the other. And
like Butler.
The teddy bear, the Boo Bear thing was going off, and it was, I had asked a question. It was like giving me a bunch of flack that night. Like every time I was trying to talk, it would start. And I was like, do you mind? I'm trying to talk to these people. And it would quit. And then I'd start talking and it'd go off again. And they were laughing. They were rolling. They thought it was funny.
But, we got a dog Frank out in that crew. and I got to laugh at him on the internet. He's from Baltimore. And so is his wife, but his wife turned from a Dirty Bird fan to a Steeler fan. He stayed Baltimore. So I got to laugh at him this year.
That's okay. We'll make him eat more crow here in a couple weeks.
Yes, definitely. Hey, Tater's out there. David Elvin Wickham, my man. But yeah, I'm going to say we got a lot of paranormal stuff happening up here, along with UFO and cryptid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I got Fred Saluga coming up for the UFOs. The cryptid, I got Jamie King and Brian Seach to help with. And it's all in this one little area.
Why is it that, did you ever notice, have you noticed this year has been like really, really active on all three of those spectrums, and it like exploded, and I'm like, what is going on? And I just mostly do ghosts, but I mean, the cryptid stuff lately has been like,
it's been going crazy. The UFO's been going crazy. The paranormal's been going crazy. Then you get the. Here we go. I'm going to get on my high horse on this one. With my sighting, I believe it was flesh and blood. Is it? I don't know. But so you got like three different factions in the cryptid world. You got different factions in the paranormal. You got different factions in the extraterrestrial. Why can't people just open up their minds and stay together?
Yeah. I mean, because really, honestly, I mean, I think all three of us groups, we need to like unite, because for some reason, a lot of it's been overlapping lately too. It's been really, like I said, it's been a strange, very active year.
It has been. And I'm this poor lady, she is worried. She don't even want to talk about the stuff near her house. She wants it investigated, but she don't want to talk about it near her house. So we're going to have to go away, talk about it, go in and investigate it. And it's ramping up even more. We were supposed to go the Friday after Thanksgiving, but my furnace went out, so I couldn't go.
Is it cryptid?
Cryptid, UFO, and might be some paranormal mixed in right there too. You know what, paranormal? You're right, because everyone wants to be a star and prove that they are. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I do this podcast alone.
You know what? This is the most cutthroat, crazy business.
Yes.
And I don't understand why. Like, that's why I'm a singular chick, really, because I don't like people. The more regular people I meet, the more dead people I like. Because I don't know why you have to fight amongst each other. We all believe in something other than. And why aren't we?
I can honestly say, and I'm going to be straight up, I like Bigfoot better than people, because people are so ignorant.
Amen.
You know what you get with Bigfoot? Either a pissed off, oversized monster, or someone that wants to learn from you. One or the other. You don't have to deal with the backstabbing or any of that crap.
Yep.
Yeah. And, I love going out researching. I love sharing what I find. I just can't take a lot of these people anymore. Too much drama in the field.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. Oh my God, there he is. Dave Grant's out there, the snarly yowl.
The snarly yowl.
That's my man. Hi, Mary Heath, Fred Held.
Mary Heath. Hi,
Mary. Tammy Trasher's out there. But yeah, the thing is, a couple people pissed me off this week. They really did. No longer in public sighted. You're right. You're right, Dave. He's on Facebook, so I'm going to have to read this. Desiree, hello. Sending my love to you. Danny, how you doing, brother? Dave, that's why I'm no longer in the public side of Bigfoot. It's all about the people and their bobbleheads. Basically, yeah. But Dave, we got to find someone to make them. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. There she is. Everyone, Stacy Lee.
Hello.
Hello, Stacy.
Stacy, this is this chick Angel. I think I mentioned her.
On.
Oh my God, she does. She's representing.
I am.
But the thing is, Gary likes his dog better than a lot of people.
Hi, Angel.
Gary,
Nice to meet you. I have heard about
you.
you.
Nice to meet you, Stacy.
Gary is a retired police officer. No, BJ, but you sent me to that page. So, yeah, you did help piss me off. She sent me a page about these people bickering about a video. Now, Stacy, that's what we're talking about right now is the problem with all these different factions and the Bigfoot, the paranormal, the extraterrestrial field. None of them want to get along. And everyone wants to jump in everyone else's ass.
Yeah.
And I'm tired
You're
of it.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
And it seems it's like we were talking a little bit on the podcast last week about like a lot of it is everybody wants to be right and everybody wants to be this is the way it is. This is the way it should be. Everybody wants to compete.
But how can none of us know if we're 100% right or not? This is all a guessing game. You know what I mean? We're all learning from each other. And it's all opinions and, hey, this worked for me. Maybe this will work for you. This is how I found this. Maybe this will, why can't we be more like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because none of us can be an expert. How can we be an expert?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, BJ, she's saying sorry for, I'm getting pissed off, but she sent me to that page. I'm not pissed off at her. Hello, Jenny. I'm not pissed off at her. I'm pissed off at the people on that page. I haven't left that group yet. I'm waiting to see.
What page are we talking about? I'm a little lost.
It's a Bigfoot page. It's a Bigfoot page.
Okay.
I'm not even going to give the name out for people to recognize them.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, because they got a bunch of assholes in there, and I'm being polite. Believe me. All these experts, I can't take. I really can't, and because we ain't none. And I'm willing to be wrong about saying they're flesh and blood. I'm willing to be wrong. Yeah.
Oh, come on now. Bigfoot's flesh and blood.
Bigfoot's what?
Well, I mean, and we all have our own theories and opinions, on Bigfoot and aliens and spirits, but none of us have been proven right. And even science in itself, I'm a behavior scientist. Even science in itself never proves anything 100%. It can prove like the likelihood of something, but like we have no proof.
No, we don't. And
we don't have hard evidence.
The thing
not
is,
like he's out there saying, "Hey, I'm here."
Yep.
I love to play what if. What if? What if we're actually not even here? What if we're not here?
What if we're all
the aliens? What if we're the aliens?
What if somebody has us in a jar in their fish tank?
Exactly. What if we're like swimming?
Yeah.
What if this is all a construct of our mind? Like our mind is very powerful.
Exactly.
Very.
Sorry, we're gonna go deep philosophical here.
Yeah, well, see, and that's what I talk about to people like at the Farnsworth house, because there's objects there, and there are haunted objects.
Oh, you do the Farnsworth house.
Yeah. And some of it is legit, some of it's maybe not. But your mind has the power to manifest it. If you say this story so many times, you can actually manifest what you are telling that story a gazillion times. And now all of a sudden, bam.
Well, look at Bobby Mackey's. Look at that's what happened at Bobby Mackey's. Like, so many people came in there and told these stories that were entirely wrong. And it started to manifest the spirit that everybody believed was there. Like,
yeah. Well, it don't
our
exist
mind is so powerful. I tell people that with poltergeist.
Yeah.
No. Stacey.
But yeah, I work with a lot of people
on an investigation. I went on 2 investigations with her.
Poltergeist, and you can see like with who?
Two investigations.
Angel?
Yes. And let me tell you, she'd freak you out. She can see them and talk to them. She can actually see them.
See, I can feel them. Sometimes I see them. I can feel them, but I can't see them. Every once in a while, I see the things, but I hear that they talk to me in my ear.
Sometimes
a few of them talked in my ear when I was with the angel, and they said, "Shut that crazy woman up." But no, seriously. So
are you from the Gettysburg area, Angel?
No. Nope. I live in Punxsutawney. I live on the other end of the state.
When you said Farns, okay, you said Farnsworth, and I was like, because I live near there, and I'm there all the time. So
anyway, I worked there all summer this year from April. Well, it was only supposed to be a couple weeks, but then I ended up being there till November 1st. And I'm supposed to go back after the beginning of the year to help do the ghost investigations and stuff like that. I mean, I pretty much have an open invitation to work there anytime. So I love it there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. She was hard to get a hold of this year. She really was.
I passed myself a couple times. I was like, hey, there I go.
Yeah, with all honesty.
I know the feeling. That's kind of how I feel right now. My brain is still trying to like slow down.
I'm still trying to catch up on all my voice recorders. This one only has about, I don't know, like 40 hours of stuff to listen to still. I've been catching some really cool stuff on it. I'll share it with you, Bill, when I get it all figured out.
Yeah.
But I'll just stick it in and I'll be like, oh man, that was really cool.
Oh, excuse me. I'm like having some coughing tonight. I hope I'm not getting sick.
You better not be.
I've had a really crazy night. Like, I don't know if you saw, my roof is caving in my bathroom.
Oh no.
I was supposed to be, actually, I wasn't even supposed to be here right now. I was supposed to be at a winery doing readings, but my roof ended up caving in. And so like, I was like, I'm got to stay here because I don't know what's going to happen at this point. So I had to cancel my readings, and now I'm here. Now I'm on here with you, lovely people.
The thing is that, we've all been having some shit luck lately. Thanksgiving, my furnace, and that, and your roof now. Jeez. Can we blame it on Johnstown?
It seems like it's one thing after another.
Yeah.
We probably could.
I think Sean will be upset with that one.
Where is Sean? Is he on here?
No, he's not. I wish he was. Because I'd give him grief. No, that spammer calling me. Well, hello, okay. Jimmy Trick, Virginia. I didn't even see you guys jump in there. But, you guys are talking about the Farnsworths and all that, and then all the different paranormal. Do you get any grief from the people anymore? Or is it about the same if you're catching any grief?
Any grief?
Yeah. Yeah, from saying, oh, this shit ain't happening or whatever.
You get a lot of people will post pictures in certain groups and they'll say, hey, look, I caught something. You get a lot of people that want things to be manifested and they want it to happen like it's happening all the time. Like, oh, we're haunted all the time. And then people, us, we'll try to actually investigate it. Because an investigator isn't like, oh, we're just going to go out and prove that the ghost are it. We debunk things. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that it's not the wind or a cat or something that making these noises. And when you start to look at these pictures, you'll be like, yeah, that's probably just pareidolia. They get all butthurt.
Oh, yeah, don't they?
I'm being very direct with that.
And listen, I just call it like I see it. Everybody's like, oh, look at this orb. I'm like, yeah, that's some really nice dust you caught.
Yeah,
or that's a bug. Or that's a light flare.
That's a lens flare.
But you have
Angel don't pull their
the
punches.
Paranormal world. Yeah, the paranormal world, and Angel, you'll probably agree with me, has become so saturated with everything is haunted, everything is scary, everything is demon, everything is and every time you go into a place, I mean, we all know when we people who investigate often, half the time it's sitting around in the dark on your phone. Yep. Or sitting around the dark doing or being silly or doing because it's boring. You're not getting evidence all of the time. And
no,
you have these TV shows and a lot of these YouTube people think this is instant gratification. Like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Farnsworth house and Jeremy's going to come and stare at my face.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is.
I tell people all the time. I'm like, listen, it's called ghost hunting, not ghost getting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Buckner.
Exactly.
Danny Buckner is asking, what do you tell and how do you tell someone that says, hey, that's not real on different types of paranormal?
They have their opinion.
I'm direct.
I'm like, okay, whatever. If you don't want to believe it, fine. But I hope it comes and gets you while you're sleeping.
And that's the thing. Yeah. And that's the thing. No one does know the truth. Maybe we are all wrong, and maybe nothing exists. That's you have to go into it thinking with an open mind, thinking, "Hi, Bonnie." You have to go into it with an open mind, thinking that it could be real or it could not. And I think that's why we do it, because we're still trying to prove that it's real.
Yeah, because I'm a skeptic. How about you, Stacy?
I'm still a skeptic. I'm a medium and I hear voices, but still there's sometimes, it's just my own voice.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like,
wait a minute, Stacy, tell him he can't be representing that one tonight. He can't be representing that shirt tonight.
He says you can't represent that tonight.
Oh, you took yours off.
I did. I put my.
Stacy had hers
It's a
on.
Bill
That's
shirt.
why
No, I took it off. See, mine's right. Oh, sorry. We need to find it. I need my purse upstairs so we can get the right earphones. I had mine on, but then I was like, oh, I'm going
Miss ADD.
You stole your
to
daughter's
take it
shirt.
off and put this one on.
You stole your daughter's shirt.
No, she said she doesn't like them tight. So she's like, she
Okay.
wouldn't wear this. She likes really big shirts. So
Hey,
this was
I
too
gotta
tight
get
for
more
her,
of those made.
even though
I
she's
will get her
littler than
one.
I am. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Bill, how do you go upon that one? Like when somebody says that Bigfoot isn't real.
I
There you
tell them
go.
straight out. Kiss my no. I tell them, hey, believe what you want to believe. I don't care. I know what I saw, and it was 15 feet away from me. So I know what I saw. And they go, well, I think you're imagining things. No, I don't have a wild imagination, but thank you anyhow. I said, if I had a wild imagination, it'd be with your wife. And that pissed the one guy off. But and I didn't care because he was being ignorant. But with all honesty, you know, I know what I saw, and I know what. I don't care if you don't believe me. I really don't. But don't
And you
be
can't
ignorant about it.
prove, like you can't, like, yeah, don't be ignorant. As long as I can disagree. I can be like, hey, I'm still a little skeptic. But you can't be rude. People can be so rude about it and be like, and not have that open mind. I think we all have to go into it with an open mind.
Yeah. See, I know UFOs are out there. I seen them when I was 14. I know ghosts are out there. I actually seen apparitions and dealing with angels is enough to prove it. But Bigfoot, I know he's out there because I seen him.
I know in my heart he is.
Yeah.
I know in my heart. And
Yeah.
I've had some experiences. I've just never seen it. But I know in my heart
But,
that he's
I'm
out there.
willing to talk about my experience so people can understand where I came from with it. And I got backup on my sighting because someone else saw it at the same time. Mike Bennett.
Well, but the whole thing is like when it comes to like cryptids and stuff, I don't know what because people are like, oh, with today's technology and everything. Okay, yeah, with today's technology, and that is the biggest problem right now that I have as a paranormal investigator. With today's technology and all that AI crap, anybody can make up anything. But I don't know what people think. Like if you've never driven the whole way across from this country, from end to end, you really don't understand how big and massive this country is and how much emptiness is still out there. And like even Pennsylvania, when people think I'm from Pennsylvania,
they're trying to say we're so overdeveloped. We have this huge.
Yeah. Like I walk out my door right now, there's 300 acres of nothing. You know what I mean? There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
It's super dark. And people must think we're all from like Pittsburgh or Philly or Harrisburg, we're all stacked on top of each other. But no, there is so many places where they could hide and, just not even just Bigfoot. I mean, we're talking about Mothman, about Dogman, about, the Squonk, whatever is out there. There's no way that we can possibly, because these creatures are centuries old. Don't you think they're smarter than us?
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute.
Absolutely.
No. Let me clarify something there. They're not street smart. They're very woods smart.
Exactly.
And we're not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to put it.
That's
The
the way I
neighbor
look
catches
at
me
it.
in the yard all the time.
I just saw a T-shirt when you said that. Like we're gonna have like this like gangster Bigfoot that says I'm wood smart.
All right, I'll make one up. I'll make
You
one up.
gotta make it up. There we go. I just
Yep.
We're
I
gonna
just
have
saw a
to get
t-shirt in
Tammy
my
on
head.
this. We'll be calling Tammy tomorrow.
There you go. Get someone on it. Someone that can do it. Get it on there.
Oh, we got someone that can
We
do
got
it.
some thug
We know a person.
Bigfoot, the forest thug.
Oh my God, she's here.
Yes.
Sydney Stewart's is out there. You know who Sydney is, Angel.
Yep.
I don't know if I do. Do I?
She had a
I'm
client
horrible with
last.
names.
Probably not.
Sydney is from Kentucky. She's
Okay.
another clairvoyant.
Oh, that is a
Fantastic.
whole nother world. Kentucky.
Yeah.
She
in
is
itself.
amazing.
Oh my goodness. We went to
Yeah.
Waverly recently. I was filming in Waverly, and just that whole state is just like
It's got a whole different feel to it, doesn't it?
It does. The whole state is just like not of this world, is all I can say. Yeah.
And what paranormal saying here, have you noticed the more we rely on technology,
I would say
less
with
interaction?
paranormal, yeah.
And that's
I do not.
Yeah.
I don't have much equipment, but I have seen it. Yeah.
the thing
People
is.
But I do think it's more
He's
the
about
paranormal
right.
than it
He's
is the
about
cryptid.
right because I found out the less you do, the more they're there. Especially with the Bigfoot, I can go in the middle of the woods, clear out a little spot, make a little fire pit, and have a small fire. Boom.
I feel like fire attracts them. That's what we do. We go out and we have a fire and we hang out
The light.
by the fire.
The light.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It's the light. Oh, wow. What? It's dark out. Why is there a light over there? Let's go. Oh, there's humans there. Let's go watch them. Yeah.
They have a small.
Let's go mess with them.
Angel s'mores.
We watched this show once. I forget what that show was, but they were talking about. It was more of like the Bigfoot is interdimensional. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, it was a show talking about Bigfoot is interdimensional, and they were talking about Bigfoot are actually the ones that discovered the marijuana, and they would call it chokeweed. Did you see that show? Where a lady who was I think a medium, and she was able to communicate with Bigfoots, and they came to her and told her about the chokeweed, which in turn was marijuana. Have you seen that?
Well, I heard a lot of people choke on it when they're smoking it, but
It does make me go.
but
Right. So I wonder
no,
if they're
they-
just out there. Like that's what he wants to do. He wants to
they
take a
use
joint
the
and go out and be
plant.
like, Bigfoot, here you go. I see you. Let's share one.
They use the plant for I think medical something, you know, because she
So do I.
the woman kind of brought it up. It
Don't we
wasn't like,
all?
yeah, it wasn't
Well-
like they were rolling it up, smoking it. They were something that was more different, like a medical thing or something. I don't
well,
know.
I know
I'd love
First
to go back and
Nation
try to
used
find
to
it.
I'm gonna
It was
find
a
it
good
and I'll send it
tobacco
to you.
with them. The First Nation used to trade tobacco with them. Was it pio or was it tobacco? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but Gary says he thinks it's the smell of the fire that attracts him. But I got to read
It
this
could
what
be.
Sydney wrote on the Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
She
they
saw
wanna know
the
if the woods
topic
are
and
on
had
fire.
to, and came here to jump in and say, I had a client last week that was an abductee survivor. How interesting. She recounted waking up standing outside.
Ooh. I saw a sleepwalker thing there.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I wonder if sleepwalkers are being abducted. There's so many people. My daughter used to sleepwalk. Oh, that was freaky when she would get up and walk and she had no idea that what was going on.
They
Yeah.
want you, they're gonna light beam you or whatever and kick you right through whatever thing. They
Well,
don't need you to be sleepwalking.
Could you imagine just waking up outside?
yeah, standing up. That would be freaky as anything.
Huh.
All right, how did I get here?
Could at least put me back in my bed, man. Come on.
Yeah. I'll be checking my butt. Was I probed?
You're like, yeah.
Do that.
Could at least put me back in my own bed.
We can have a serious conversation. I'm going to time it for how long until he makes a joke.
I'm being serious. So.
Well, no, it was, but you were joking. But yeah,
So
exactly.
I was watching these Bigfoot shows the other day. It was called Sasquatch and Government Conspiracies or something. Like this one woman.
I was gonna watch that and didn't yet.
There's a bunch. Yeah, this woman found hair, and there was a legit Bigfoot she seen, and she had this clump of hair. And some hair, she blabbed or something, and these dudes, they described them kind of as Men in Black, sort of, like knocked on her door, like flipped these badges, said they were, I don't know, FBI or some shit, talked to her nicely, suckered her into them giving them this hair, and then.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Paranormal Fellowship says aliens perform.
Then here to come, like nobody knew who these people were. Like, they didn't know who they were, nothing. That was pretty good. You should go back and try to find that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Because I want
to
check
that there was a whole bunch of, different things, UFOs, all kinds of stuff.
So let's talk about what's happening in New Jersey, talking about aliens. Have you heard about the New Jersey and the lights and the drones all over the place in New Jersey right now? Like car-sized drones is what people are calling them.
What's that? I mean, I haven't been able to follow.
I don't know. The FBI says we're not in danger.
Yeah, okay.
Do you believe
There's
them?
no explanation yet. No explanation yet as to what it is.
Famous last words over the phone of "You're not in danger" or "Hold my beer and watch this."
What is that? Independence Day.
But my friend,
let's not tell anyone that they're in danger. Oh, let's drive to the DC and tell them it's a countdown. They're going to blow us up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
we're not in danger.
She was on the other day, Joni White Buffalo. She's a psychic and a clairvoyant and stuff. Do you know Joni? I love her. Yeah. Anyways, she's always spot on. I'm telling you. But she's Native American, and she said the other night they were sitting outside it was kind of like a wake. One of her relatives had passed, and they were doing the whole ceremony thing, and it was outside at night. And she's like, I swear to God, there was like a freaking UFO fight going on right above us. She's like, it totally freaked me out. Didn't know what to do. She's like, why are there UFOs fighting in Canada? And I was like, I don't know. Then I'm like looking around outside. I'm like, man.
They're everywhere, like Canada and Jersey and New York, like and a little bit in Pennsylvania, but not our area of Pennsylvania yet, but more of the metropolitan areas. Yes. And I keep seeing people are making jokes about it, or like about the drones, and like, do the drones have to pump their own gas because it's Jersey, and I have friends in Jersey, but I'm still like, no one's taking this seriously. There's unidentified flying objects in Jersey right now, and
people are saying stuff, and the government's telling us to shut up. Is what's happening. The government's telling us to shut up.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, but
this is another Carbondale.
Yes. Very much so. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Drones are flying over military installation, nuclear power plants. They need to be shut down. Then see if they can figure out.
And then Facebook messes up today.
Yeah. Oh.
So Facebook messes up today. I don't know if you had it.
Yes, and then I did.
Fire alarms are going off at schools today.
Huh.
A mess or something wrong with the systems.
Huh. Okay.
Like, it happened to my daughter's school. They had to evacuate. And then they get back into school and the alarms are still going off. And they're like, oh, it's fine. It's just our alarms are malfunctioning. Like there is something happening right now.
There's more happening than they're letting us know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's freaky.
I don't know. Because I'm all, I'm all believing and whatever. But like I said before, like before you got on, Stacy, this year has been so active and crazy on every plane that I'm seriously getting like a little anxious.
Same here. Like it's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. Like and when you're like we are and you feel stuff that other people maybe don't feel, and you can just feel that electricity everywhere. And I'm like a cat, like being thrown in the water all the time. I'm like, what's going on? Like, and there's nothing going on, but I just feel it. And like,
you feel it. Like it's just in here and you're like, okay, what's going on? Something's going to happen. Like
some of my regular ghosts, that come and visit me and talk to me and mess with me, like they'll go missing for a while. And I'm like, where you been?
Oh, you know what? I've kind of noticed that too. Like I've gone to certain locations where I've talked to same people that I go there all the time, like the Hoover House. And I can't connect with those people. I didn't think about that.
Like they're gone. And like you're like, what's going on? And that's another thing. I'm a dream walker. And do you know I haven't been to my space in like a month.
Really? Something is happening, and I think they're preparing. We have to prepare.
Yeah, something stinks in Denmark because I that's my spot, and I haven't been able to go there in like a month, and I'm like, what is going on?
Because I haven't been to my. You know what I think's going on? ET called home and brought the rest of them back. Seriously.
I think it's happening.
It is. And now that the government released that little bit of information, everybody's looking upwards and seeing things.
Yeah.
Some of it, pareidolia. Not all of it.
Some of it is pareidolia. Yeah. I mean, that's obvious. Like we have that. Like that's, but not all of it. I don't think all of it is. No.
Mm-mm.
No, we've been getting some pretty intense. And when we do get stuff, we're getting pretty intense stuff. But we went to, and this is weird. The ghosts are very quiet. The spirits are very quiet. We went to Crescent Sanatorium. Do you know Crescent Sanatorium, Angel?
Oh yeah, very well. Very well. Yes.
They opened it back up. It back up. And we were the first ones in there to investigate that from the opening weekend. Nothing. Like we got little bits and pieces of things, but nothing. They weren't talking.
No way.
It was the weirdest. Everybody's like, what is happening here?
Like, yeah, because that place is like
nope.
Crazy.
Nothing.
Well,
there was a group of 20 of us.
Well,
the ghosts are quiet. The ghosts are too quiet.
Yeah, the ghosts are too quiet. Like Ed has been quiet. You know who Ed is, Bill.
Yes.
And it's just.
Is that one of your regulars?
Yeah, he lives in a table.
Okay. Oh, okay. I have someone lives in a table too. Yeah, a table tipping type of thing.
And I take him with me sometimes on investigations and stuff. He's
Our
like
tables
my
have been quiet too. Our tables have been quiet too.
Ed's been like checked out, and I'm like, hello. I'm like, Ed, are you?
Same with us.
But
with that being quiet, that's unusual.
Yeah.
That is unusual because he likes going to events.
Yeah, we do tables.
Yeah, she'll take him to the events, and
we do table tipping at the Hoover House, and there's 4 tables that have names, and they just don't want to talk. We keep like rotating through them. We have no idea what's going on either.
it's the thing.
So someone says mapping drones.
Yeah,
Brittany.
one thing. Yeah,
That's another.
mapping.
Someone's very connected. Mapping drones.
Yeah.
But if it were mapping drones, wouldn't the FBI be telling us, hey, it's just mapping drones? But FBI are saying they don't know what it is, but it's nothing to be scared of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
are you okay?
See, that one guy was talking about the China things. And I seen that too, and I don't remember if it was China or not. It might have been, but they were showing like all these drones. I mean, all grouped together, hundreds of them. I don't know how big they were. They just showed the lights.
Yeah,
So
but
it's possible it could be.
Now,
Like
Gary Overfield.
That hot air balloon that they left fly over America for how long?
And Gary Overfield wrote, absolutely, those drones are flying in and around areas that are restricted. Why aren't we investigating? Why did they shoot down that supposed weather balloon? Yeah, come on.
They shot down the weather balloon, but why are they not taking this seriously when everybody's seeing car-sized drones?
Yeah.
And you have to take into account, like, it might not be car-sized, but people were like dramatic. So they're saying car-sized. They're exaggerating. But they're seeing these drones and they're like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, that's not right.
Brittany's saying that too. I mean, at this point, drones are common enough that there's no way that they don't know what they are and who they are. Exactly.
And it's Jersey. Yeah. They know everything.
Yeah, they got the Jersey Devil. They know everything. But no, seriously. I had to throw that one out there. But the thing is, they're trying to hush it over, and they can't because social media is all
they're trying to hush
thing
it
anymore.
Yes. And I think that's what happened to Facebook today because they can't hush it.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Angel. Now I have to put lip gloss. Now I have to put
shut it down. You know.
I was to see someone do it. You have to do it too.
All right, I'm drinking a Dr. Pepper. Does that mean you guys are drinking one?
Yeah, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Sure.
I don't have no.
Yeah.
This could be alcohol. This could be Pepsi.
Oh, that's right. I want a coconut.
Oh, could be both.
It could be water. It could be coffee.
Could be wine.
Well, no, water is coffee. Coffee is water in my world.
Yeah.
Hydrating.
Brittany, you got to get with the Dr. Pepper. We don't do root beer. She does bars.
Gives me indigestion.
Angel, I'd love to get you out. You said you're in Puxatawny. How far is that from Johnstown?
I'm like an hour away.
Yep.
My sister lives.
You need to come to the Doss house, which is in.
The what house?
The Doss house is in.
It's in
Loretto, Pennsylvania. It's a new location that Brittany on here is part of that. Sorry. I'd love to have you come and check out this Doss house. It is one of the oldest houses built, one of the first houses built in Loretto.
Cool.
And it's now open for investigations. They're doing a summer festival called Creepin' It Real. And we'd love to have you there. I think it'd be really cool.
I'd be happy to come. Yeah.
Brittany, put a link in there in the comments.
Yes, please, Brittany. Did they allow cryptid investigate?
Well, there is a lot of things there. There's a lot of things. Yeah. Let me tell you, that house.
Don't tell me about it.
God,
I like to go.
I don't have anything to do with Tuesday. I'm coming naked.
Naked?
I just heard naked. That's all I heard.
I like to go naked and blind. Like I like to just walk into a place and see what I can find. That's how
Yes. Exactly.
I hate when people tell me, "Hey,
that's how I am," and that's what we did when I first walked in there.
I'll be like, shh.
Yeah. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it because I'm the same way. Like I walked in there blind and I picked up on things. I do have a video if you want to see it.
Okay. I was getting things there as soon as I got out of the truck and stood on the sidewalk. I'm going.
I know, and Brittany, yeah. I know I'm supposed to send you that video. I will get there, but it's been a crazy evening, and then I jumped on here. So, Brittany, I will get you the TikTok video for Doss House.
Yeah, I lassoed her into this.
It's run by Unique Paranormal. Bill, are you coming out?
I'll come out. There's the link.
Come out. Yes.
Brittany.
I just thought about it because you guys are out in that area.
Do me a favor. On my regular page, post that link on it. Definitely.
On your page, Bill Rigsby? Or Rigby? Yep. You're Rigby. You're Rigby. The people that own this house, their last name is Rigsby.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I get it messed up all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome location. Mm-hmm. I am, Bill, if you're okay with it, I am able to share and I can share the video.
Go for it.
It's just an intro video, so it's not going to give you much information. Let me just find it because I apparently have tons of videos. There it is. Okay. Let's see if it'll let me present. Okay. No, you'll have to. I put it in the queue. Can you present
here we
it?
go.
Okay. I have questions.
That is awesome.
I saw your face. I was watching your face the entire time.
What's with the little kid?
I'm trying not to. I don't want to say too much because I'm like.
There's a kid there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get in there.
Right?
Did you see that?
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing New Year's Eve, Angel?
I don't know. What am I doing?
She's probably getting drunk.
Something happened to me.
Well, right now the cameras are stuck on. One camera stuck on New Year's Eve, and one goes to New Year's Day. It's like there's a whole time slip there, like the actual like Ring cameras or whatever they are. The cameras have gone back to like 19. Brittany, I don't know if Sean is on here or not, but can you tell him about the cameras and like what dates they are and stuff like that if Sean is on here?
Yeah, one's the last.
One's like right before New Year's Eve.
One in the next year.
And then it goes into the next year, and it's like it keeps like just flipping through.
Every time they change it, it goes back to a certain date, and then to the following year when the new year kicks in.
Yeah, 1970, December 31st, 1970.
70. There you go.
December 31st, 1969, and go to January 1st, 1970. That's the exact dates.
And they changed dates, and it keeps going.
They've
back
done
to that.
everything they can to try to stop that. So that's why we're all going there New Year's Eve and doing an investigation and hanging out. It's not like anything I think it might be sold out, but I think we might, but we'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, there's something there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading. It's like a loop that just keeps happening.
That's crazy.
Taryn's here. Hi, Taryn.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Jen Jacobs.
Jen Jacobs.
I need to talk to you after the show. Seriously. She's in with the dog.
I love
man.
Jen. I love Jen.
Yeah. And folks, like our podcast page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Agents of the Unexplained. We would really appreciate it. And what I'm going to end up doing, folks, is I'm going to be doing my regular podcast, once every week on Wednesday nights. But every other Wednesday night, we're going to do a paranormal. Then we're going to do more of the empath, psychic, and all that. And I'm going to be bringing people in. I definitely will, Jen. I'm going to send you a message. Because when I'm paying for the stream now, I'm going to start spreading out and doing. And I'm probably going to do 2 shows.
It's gotten so expensive.
Yes,
I know. I'm switching to Restream as soon as my discount period ends. Jen just said she sent you a friend request.
Let me go bring it on. Paranormal. That's a good question.
That. Oh, see, I have.
Oh no, Bill, you know that person?
Nordic.
I think you should accept that.
I'm Nordic backgrounds. I have that's where my family's my roots are at. And so yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Like when I'm in Gettysburg, because a good death back then in the 1800s was you were surrounded by your family. You were surrounded by your family, and they were like, oh, go on, you're gonna be in a better place, blah blah blah, and they'd give you your last rites and everything, and it was more of a it was a ritualistic dying. And then
where's Jenny?
When we had the Civil War, especially like in Gettysburg, these guys are dying, like one right after another, and there was no good death. Some of those guys are still there. They never had a proper burial. They never had that ushering into the other side. So I think that's why, a lot of times, especially that era.
Hallowed grounds.
Yeah.
Well,
it really is. How about I love that the hollowed ground is also the football field. There's some freaky shit there.
But here's the thing. From what Paranormal asked, 200 plus years, to almost 250 years of deaths in this country alone. A lot of these old towns. Not everyone goes to the next level. They end their one plane, and that's where they're at. And I believe that's where we get some of the hauntings.
Yeah.
Well, but
And I
if you
wonder
think
because
about
a
it,
lot of go ahead.
like from my like what I think is like early centuries, you know, it was against the law for a regular person to own or read a Bible. We had to be told by the priest and everything, you
Mhm.
know. So what if you didn't have one of those in your village, or what if you didn't have a religious leader to lead your community? You didn't know anything. So how could you know that you're not supposed to be here? You know? Or what if you didn't believe in it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
And nowadays you can go on the internet and become a religious leader.
I know, right? I can be an ordained
I was thinking
minister.
about that. I was thinking
59
about that. Oh, Danny, great question.
I mean, I did it because I wanted to
Yeah.
marry friends. So.
Would a Civil War death be the same as a car accident where it happens sudden and they don't know really what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
drove.
what happens in Gettysburg. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a on 219. There's a spot in the highway, and I hate when I drive down it because this woman walks right across the road right in front of me, and I'm always like, but she's not really there. But she was ran over like 30 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and she's still there, and she's still doing that.
Oh yeah.
And I hate.
So I have a
because,
question for you from your area. I have a question for you from your area because when Gary and I go to visit the Doss House in Shauna over there, we travel a certain way, and their directions, they go a completely different way than I do. But every time I go, and it takes me this way through the forest, through the Alleghenies, and there's this spot that we go past that it's something about like the lost children or something in the forest, and like these two children that got lost, and I researched it once. These two children that got lost and I see them in the freaking road every time we go past there, and for some reason it keeps drawing me past there every time we go. Like that's the way our directions will take us. And do you know of the area that I'm talking about? Like it's the lost children of the Alleghenies, right? I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Brittany, those are your cousins.
What?
Oh, this is weird.
Yes.
She needs
I need to
to
go
with
and
us.
investigate there. It's
Yes.
also Bigfoot area, so.
Yes, it is.
Well, see again, I'm telling you, for some reason, this stuff always overlaps. Like there's got to be something that
Right?
that you know what I mean? It just always meshes. Like when you hear
I
about
normally would have said no to
dreams-
Bill asking me to come on tonight. And there's a reason why I said I have to come on to this podcast tonight, and I don't know why. And this is probably
you
why.
just met your new best friend.
I'm going to friend you. We are going to be friends, and I'm going to love you and hug you and squeeze you.
I'm just saying, I freak people out everywhere I go. Like I hijack tours all the time.
I want to investigate with you.
We went to Nashville and we were doing the Ryman Auditorium, the Country Music Hall of Fame, and the whole town. And our bus driver's driving, and I'm like, "Hey man," I'm like, "There's 2 dead people in that yard." I'm like, "What's going on with that yard?" And he's like, "Oh, that's the governor's mansion." And when they were building it, the lead architect died, so they buried him in the wall, and then the lead supervisor died, and they buried him in the other wall. I'm like, well, that's why there's 2 dead people in that yard. And then we go to the Ryman, and I'm like, holy crap, there's people all over the place polishing brass and cleaning windows. And I'm like,
what's up with burying the people in the walls? Like that's a common thing sometimes. Like, why would you bury the walls?
How do you get rid of the smell?
Well, like a mouse, eventually it goes away.
I love her. I love her.
Oh my God.
See, Bill, you bring people together.
Yes, I do. I work at it. I work hard at it.
Audrey
oh,
was so super excited when she got the package, by the way.
I'm
Bill sent
glad.
my daughter shirts. This is one of them. My daughter is like 14 and half my size, but likes these huge shirts and didn't want to wear this one. So,
And like I said, that smile on her face said it all. It was well worth it.
mm-hmm. And the box on her head.
Oh, that was funny. I'm looking.
I know
like,
we should have put tinfoil around it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was awesome. Oh, you get to see.
I'm just reading the comments.
My train ain't.
Yeah, I can see the comments. I just can't put them up.
Yeah.
Love the train in the tree. Oh yeah, behind you.
Yeah, you can only see the two cars. There's two more. And I rushed moved into this upstairs office of the house because it's too damn cold outside.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't know if it's your internet or ours, but there's such a delay.
Might be both.
His bells.
It could be both. I wouldn't put it past that.
Yeah.
I would not put it past that. So Bill, I know you do a lot of the cryptid and alien. Like, do you do a lot of like paranormal as well? Like, what is here I am being a podcast host now, asking the questions. What is your like most like scariest or memorable experience investigating the paranormal?
Angel, you tell them. The old Butler VA hospital.
Yep.
I
asked him to come along.
Oh,
we had a good time. We had a really good time. That place was insane from the moment we walked in the building. The old Butler Veterans Hospital. It used to be a tuberculosis hospital back in the day.
Okay.
So, I mean, this place is huge and there's just so much. It's just not veterans there. There's people there from when it was a tuberculosis hospital there too. And they're just stuck there. But poor Bill.
Yeah.
That was the first big real investigation he ever went on. And he was so nervous and he was wearing new boots. And he was like doing this jig, like just pacing back and forth. And every time he moved, his boots went. Finally,
on
I was
the
like,
one floor.
You don't quit moving. I'm going to tear off your legs.
And beat you with them. Quote unquote. She did. I went, oops.
Yeah, Bill, I love you, but you don't seem the most graceful of creature.
Oh, I can be. Jen, it's called the old
in the
Butler
woods
Veterans Hospital. It's in Butler, PA, and actually Lindora, and it's 288,000 square foot hospital, 5 floors, basement and sub basement. And soon as we walked in through the door, I turned and looked at Angel. She's right behind me. And I go, I feel something in here. And she says, yeah, he's right up there on the stage. As we're going to walk right past him. Oh, shit.
That quickly. But that goes back to the other question, about why do we have hauntings? Sometimes they don't want to go. They don't want to go.
Yep.
Like those guys that
I don't think I want to go either.
That's their home. Like some of them are, were mentally ill. They had, the whole PTSD thing going on. And in Vietnam era and World War I and World War II, they didn't know about PTSD. It was just you were just crazy.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
They shell shock.
They didn't know how to treat that. And
they
these
still
guys
don't
now
know how
are.
to do it.
No, they have no freaking clue. And that's another thing. Okay, so along with everybody being a psychic and an empath or whatever, and I'm looking at people and I'm like, okay, so if you're so psychic, how come there's this woman perched on your head and you ain't said shit about it? And then, everybody has some form of PTSD and they have to do this. I am so over people.
Yeah.
So over.
It's becoming, I think, like, it's becoming such a fad. I'm not discounting like people who really do have trauma and PTSD, but it has become a fad. Like,
yeah,
oh my God,
exactly.
My mom didn't give me ice cream when I was 3, so now I have trauma.
Yeah. You want trauma?
But
let me start my life.
I actually, that's what I do. Is I'm a trauma therapist. Actually, I have a master's in social work, and I'm a clinical therapist, and I do trauma therapy in my day job. So you do see, like, there is trauma. There is trauma. And then there is, my mom told me no trauma.
Yeah.
Because
I'm an entitled little shit.
So,
and
Brittany was just saying, try out Crescent. And Brittany, you weren't here, I think, when we were talking about Crescent and how the ghosts were very quiet. And
man.
That whole thing. So go back, Brittany, and watch what we were talking about.
Jen says she'd like to go to Butler. The red tape we went through to get in there, because that's still a federal building.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm invited back. I'm supposed to go back.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm talking to the guys right now, we're trying to, mesh our schedules and everything. Yeah. There's a couple more buildings they want me to check out. So when I find out, I'll get in touch with you, Stacy. You have to come play.
Oh my God, Stacy.
I want to go.
I'm going, but I ain't wearing those boots.
No.
Are you wearing a tinfoil hat?
Nope.
You better wear moccasins.
But anyhow.
Quiet shoes, quiet mouth.
That one room.
I like the fact that some people think that the only way you know that it's a spirit.
Jen says wear flip flops.
Yeah, I was gonna put that up.
Is they think that stuff has to be like flying off the shelves, or whatever. I'm like, no, that's not it. Because something as small and insignificant as a smell can be a ghostly presence.
No, yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything big.
Most of the time when things are flying around the room, it's a poltergeist.
Yeah, that's a poltergeist.
Just human manifested.
Well, the thing too.
That's my belief in poltergeist.
The thing
human
manifest
poltergeist.
At Butler, we didn't have a lot of things flying around. On the 5th floor, I think it was, is where that one entity kept running past Angel. And
just trying to get my attention.
I went into that one solarium room on 3rd or 4th floor, and as soon as I walked in there, I felt a bad presence. So 4th, okay, and I came back out, and Angel was working with that one little girl that was there, that entity that was there, and I says, Angel, there's something not good down in that room down there. So
he's angry.
We go down. He was just an angry old soul. Angry. And you can feel the difference in that room since you walked in there.
The temperature plummeted 10 degrees. I mean, it was a huge.
Then as you walk over toward where might have been, it dropped another 10 degrees.
It made my teeth hurt. Like when my teeth start hurting, that means, yeah. And he was just nasty. Yeah.
Brittany bought her spirit a Christmas present this year because of the connection.
Oh, yes. Well, that's like an offering. That's an offering. I do that too to certain spirits. Yeah, that follow me around.
Danny wants to know, What's the theory on pets that stay around?
Well, there's many theories on pets. I don't know, Angel, if you read pets or not. Sometimes I don't I don't always read pets, but sometimes they come in. But I believe they tend to be spirit guides. They end up staying around as spirit guides. That's my thoughts on them.
Although I had this cat. I loved him dearly. His name was Sambo. He was a big black cat. And like he was my buddy. And I had this little asshole nephew came to my house and we had a recliner. And he hurt my cat. And that night, my cat went missing. And I woke up at like 2:00 in the morning, shot straight up and just started crying. I was like, there's something wrong with my cat. I'm like, go find him, find him, find him. My husband looked everywhere for my cat. Couldn't find him. Next morning, found him laying outside beside my car. I was inconsolable. I was like, that was it. I stayed in my bed in my underwear all day. That was it. That night I was sleeping and I could feel him. He jumped up on my bed and did his whole make butter thing with me and nuzzled me and then disappeared. And he was gone. And I was like, he was like, just telling me.
Yeah, I think it's a comfort. Yeah.
Gary Overfield got a question for Angel. He goes, do you get any sensory readings from any of the areas around Gettysburg?
What do you mean? Do I get any sensory readings? Like, elaborate.
Sensory. That's all we do is sensory, right?
That's all I do. Like everywhere I go, I pick up stuff.
Gary, she picks up on everything. You know,
like I was a hot mess this year. Like usually I'm not that bad. This year, that like I said, this year has been a crazy, crazy year. Like everything has been like extra sensitive or whatever. But on July 1st this year, going up towards like where
sorry, I'm laughing in comments.
Cemetery Hill and stuff is at, like I could just hear those guys like screaming and stuff. And I like lost it. I had a hard time. And yeah, it was a big black cat named Sambo. But anyways, it was just this year was extra hard on me those couple days. It was just and I've never
when
had
did you go when did you go to Gettysburg?
Oh, I started in April and I never left till November.
Okay. So you know about what was going on at Devil's Den. They were doing and they were doing that whole remodel thing.
Yeah.
That affected a lot of the spirits.
So where I stay at when I'm there is I stay right on the other hill, like going down the hill from Little Round Top. So if you go down Tawnytown Road, and that's the backside of Little Round Top. Like when I wake up in the morning and I look out my window from my bedroom, I can look at Little Round Top. So that place is like really crazy.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. So there's a one-legged guy that comes in and stares at me in the middle of the night. And I'm like, dude, not tonight. I got a headache. I'm like, you need to go away.
I'm trying to figure out where you're at. You can see that. You must be right.
Yep. I'm right on the backside. Like, so you go down Tawnytown Road and then there's Wheatfield Road, right where Chubby's Pizza or whatever that is now.
Okay.
And you take that road and it takes you to Little Round Top and Devil's Den on,
yes. Okay.
Yeah, right there. I live right there on that.
Like where Gettysburg Eddie's is?
No, Eddie's is uptown in the Point.
Yes. I know where it's at. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go past the
So you're the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you go past the cemetery, you just keep going straight towards like 15. I live right on the straight stretch.
Yeah.
Like there's this big, beautiful yellow house with a great big humongous pond on the right. And there's a bunch of little white houses.
I know what you're talking about.
That's where I stay right there.
Oh, that's so cool.
In fact, the lady that I rent off of, who owns the house that I stay in, I'm really good friends with her, is Jackie. and she owns the Dobbin House.
I know Jackie. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we're from the area. Like I live, like we don't live far enough. We go there all the time. So that is really cool.
Yep. So and Jackie lets me go back behind the her house in the old farm. And I go back there in the middle of the night. Oh, that is some cool shit back there. Let me tell you.
So you need to message me
fire.
this year.
I have like that. Oh, you got to come and play with me sometime back there. I have that.
Can
nobody
we go play?
else can go there.
Can we go outside and play?
Yes. And I have that 36-foot tripwire, and I put it in a circle. And this is the only place I've ever had this happen. I stood right in the middle, and I can see these guys walking out of the woods towards me. And I told them, I'm like, if you guys are really here, I'm like, you have to get in line, and you have to march for me. And my tripwire, the lights were going off like it was Wheel of Fortune. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I'm not ashamed to say I may have peed a little bit. Because it was so awesome.
Oh, I love her. Yes. Bill, I'm going to thank you for introducing me to Angel, because now she's I'm going to get on her nerves because I'm going to be messing with her all the time.
It is the coolest thing. And Jackie's like, oh yeah, Angel, you can go back anytime you want to, honey. I'm like, thank you, Jackie.
All right, Gary responded to your question. He went to Grave Creek Mound in Moundsville, West Virginia, was walking up the mound and suddenly felt a humming or a vibrating feeling. It was 90 degrees outside, and he felt like he was in a freezer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe it.
That sounds very common.
Yeah. When I feel that kind of stuff, though, I like to take off my my shoes and my socks
and ground into it
and get grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Paranormal asks, have any of you had experience with an incubus or a succubus?
Not so much.
It's weird. It's cutting out so bad, and I can barely like hear like bits and pieces. The internet's cutting out so bad.
Yeah, because you are doing that. Read this.
Well, if you believe, I'm gonna answer it. Like, if you believe in the constructs of incubus and succubus, then we all have. I think most of us in the paranormal world have. But I mean, that's one of those things that it's named and called things differently, in different, I guess, different religion. I don't want to call it or spiritual beliefs.
Yeah, because that would be kind of like a. Those feed off your soul and stuff.
That's a folklore term.
Yeah,
it's a male demon. The incubus is a male demon that is trying to like seduce women, and the succubus is the male version of it. So I have had succubus, yes, as a female. I have had spirits that have, I don't know if you have, Angel, that have wanted to have touched me, have put their hands down my shirt, have played with my hair. Actually, where I'm going this weekend, there's a spirit there that always likes to, but not like where they're coming in and they're sleeping with us, because that's where the incubus and the succubus come from. Like,
us having sex with it. Yeah. With it.
Oh, we were in there. We were in that.
There you go.
We stayed at that where she's talking about. Right. So I wake up in the middle of the night, and I don't know if I heard something.
He's talking about Farnsworth.
Oh, I thought you were talking about where we're going.
Oh, Hannah or Hoover House. Go ahead.
And I wake up. I ain't kidding. And I didn't want to lift my head and look, because I knew something was there. But I lifted my head up and I look, and I swear like we had a sheet and then like the blanket quilt over top of us. It was sliding up off Stacy, like her feet were this way, and it was like being pulled off of her. And I'm watching it, and then if I like moved, it stopped. And I laid there. I'm about ready like to fall asleep again, and I hear like, you know, I don't know, like something, and it could be the fabric moving. And I lift my head up a hair, and I just open my eyes, and I could see it moving again. And it probably went about this far total. And then after that, it was like, all right, what's going on here? And then I fell back asleep, and that was it. But we had that. That was what, 6 months ago, maybe.
And that would probably be considered a succubus,
I guess. But
That was
there's that.
It was concerning, but it was like, wow, you know.
Yeah. Well, the one ghost at the Farnsworth, Walter, the sharpshooter that died in the house. He messes with me something fierce sometimes. He's unbuckled my bra, and I wear garters on my long stripy socks when I'm dressed in my hoop skirt, because he gets under my skirt and he rolls my socks down like a donut around my ankles. He hasn't figured out the garter yet. So, but yeah, he's done that. And then
I was like, not yet, right?
Yeah. And then at Crescent, when I was there, I went into the serial killer's cell and sat in there. And like that dude was like so totally like up in my ear and going like in my ear. And I was like, dude, personal space. And when I came out, I wear a fishing vest whenever I go on those kind of investigations. So I have like all my equipment, you know? And so I had it on. And when I came out, my t-shirt underneath my fishing vest was pulled up like underneath my chin. And I didn't notice it. But I'm like flashing everybody because he had pulled my shirt up. And my girlfriend was like, you want to put away the puppies? And I was like, what? And she's like, your shirt. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, like, so I've been touched and groped, and you know, I've had things pinch my hind end and stuff. But as far as, you know, like sexual encounters other than that, no.
But anyways, folks, it's an hour and a half in. And I was only going to do an hour.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it is. But
okay. It is. We're having fun. But yes,
yeah.
I'm good. Like
yeah. But the thing is, there is so much that is going on that we don't understand. You know, why are these spirits wanting to grope Angel? That's a good question.
That is a very good question. Nobody wants to grope me.
Hey, I went a long time without saying a joke.
I tell people all the time.
I know,
like
that
castle.
was a really long time.
It's like a castle. It's full of cobwebs and it may be haunted. But
Sorry
it's a
about
castle.
my internet, guys. It must have something to do with my flooding.
Possibility. I hope you get everything fixed. But anyhow, like,
thank you,
Stacy. Tell the people that don't know who you are about your channel and the whole 9 yards. If she hears.
Well, I'm Stacy Lee. This is my husband Gary. We run a podcast as well. It's called The Rustic Spirit. I don't know if you guys are being able to hear me. I will leave comments, or Brittany, if you're in there, if you want to post some comments or post a link in the comments. You can find me on Facebook at Stacy Lee, but you can also find me at The Rustic Spirit. We do a podcast. We're investigators. I'm a psychic medium and a Reiki master. We travel around and we do a bunch of different shows, but our goal is to help out those who are experiencing hauntings. So we go to different locations and houses, and we help people out with that. I don't know what else to say about myself. Like, it's hard for me to talk about myself.
Yeah,
Man,
I know
I'm
the
gonna get with
feeling.
you because after the
Well,
year
people
I've had,
cover the
I'm
bases.
sick.
I mean, yeah.
Then, of course, we got Angel. She has her own group, the Ghost Chick. Um, and like she said, she does a lot in Gettysburg. She does investigations, and she goes and helps people that's having problems with spirits. And I've been on a couple of those with her.
And most important part, Bill, what is it?
You're my BFF.
No, I don't. When people call me and they got a problem, I go and I help them, and I do not take
But
payment.
but she does not take payment.
Mhm.
I had her come take care of a problem up here. Um, they had someone in there a day or two before, charged them $75 and didn't solve the problem or figure out what was going on. So
Okay.
they were there for
It's
the
grandma.
money and they didn't care.
It was grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Yeah.
people for the money. I mean, I do charge for readings and stuff like that, but when I go to houses and I do stuff like that, we do not charge. Like that is,
No.
we're trying to help people. Like there's people that are really suffering that need help.
Yes.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah,
much
and
so.
sometimes it's just sometimes it's not even haunted. It's the people. It's the people they
Mhm.
make. And with you working your day job the way you do, sometimes your haunting is you. You're the problem. This here,
Most
right
of the time, you're
here.
going and doing therapy.
Yeah.
Yes, that is your problem right there. It's not because somebody over there. No, it's
Yeah,
the people themselves.
absolutely.
So that let me ask you real fast before we go. The Warrens.
What about them?
What do you feel about
Like the Warrens, the original Warrens.
the Warrens? Okay, so Lorraine is, I think, was the true talent.
I've always
and
been connected to them somehow.
It's Lorraine, but Ed, I think
Mhm.
when people
Yeah.
talk to me about it, I'm like, it was about with some of it, but she was the pure talent and the savior. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was the money man,
Mm-hmm.
because the people that they supposedly helped, a lot of times it was a mental illness. It wasn't a demon. It was a mental illness going on, but they
Yes.
made it look otherwise, and then they preyed on them. I think, you know what I mean? It is a very
Not to bring a
controversial.
controversial subject up, the Conjuring House just got shut down.
I know,
Yes.
Because of
right?
someone with a mental
How
illness.
about it? How about it? Oh, that was
Oh.
bad.
It's like when you said that, I was like, are we going to go there? Because he wants to end the show, and this is a whole nother hour of conversation if we wanted to talk about that.
We're going to
We
do
got to
that.
come back and do this.
I would love to have you on my show, Angel.
We got to come back and do this because
We
I
need
think
to
it
come
needs to be
back on
addressed.
this one to do that one, because I got
Mhm.
some insight on the Conjure House and that.
That was some.
That's
Yes.
You're right. That's
We
a
need to
whole
talk
nother
about that.
hour.
Yes.
That's definitely another hour.
Oh, my
Maybe
turn.
two.
Sorry.
To be continued. Dum dum dum.
Oh, yeah. To be continued, because
Yeah.
I'm like, you brought that up now. See, you're like me. Right at the end, you're going to bring up the dirt, and you're going to bring up the good stuff, the juicy stuff that everybody wants to talk about. So,
Yeah.
are we going to go
Because
down
people
that
ask me
rabbit
all
hole?
the time, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, we'll bring you in with us. We'll figure
Okay.
out a date.
Let's make a plan.
We'll figure out a date and get us all on there. I'm going to go along with Brittany. I think the rain was true. He was the scammer.
I do
truthfully.
too. I do believe Lorraine was true.
Yeah. And he just fed off of that for the money. But anyhow, folks, we got to get out of here. I need to do some stuff downstairs.
Yes.
And please don't let no more ceiling fall in at your place. Gary?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did.
Flex seal. We've been seeing that actually, Angel. Him and I have been commenting on it, like the spirit that's behind you, and kind of like, yeah.
He's like, he keeps like, woo.
I've been ignoring it because I'm so used to
like peeking in.
Like,
I'm so used to it with her. But all right, folks, remember to like and subscribe all our channels. All of us would appreciate it. And you got any special nights you do that on, Stacy? Your podcast?
It used to be Tuesday nights, but starting the first of the year, actually starting my next, from here on out, it's going to be Thursday nights at 8:30, Facebook Live and YouTube. And then you can find it on Spotify afterwards.
Yep. I got to start shipping some of my stuff over to Spotify. I haven't done it in a while.
The internet's horrible.
That means work. But anyhow, you all have a great
I will share
night.
everything to your page.
I appreciate that. Hey, you're allowed. Actually, I'm going to give you special permission that I don't have to acknowledge it. You just do it.
Give her special permission. He revoked.
No more special permission. She just does it. But all right, folks. You all have a great night. We will talk to you all soon. Thank you, Stacy and Angel.
Thank you for tuning in to the Agents of the Unexplained. Please visit our website at agentsoftheunexplained.net for unique paranormal merchandise like t-shirts, books, and coffee mugs. Join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more thrilling content. Until next time, keep questioning the unexplainable.